Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shop Breakdown. We're going to go over 5 college basketball games for Thursday, February 13th, 2025. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my top play in college basketball, my Bank Shop Best Bet, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Thursday in college hoops. First up, it's Jacksonville State and Sam Houston. This one is 7:30 Eastern on ESPN+. Now, we see Sam Houston 1-10 in conference play and Jacksonville State 9-2 in Conference USA action. The Gamecocks are on an 8-game win streak while Sam Houston is on a 7-game losing streak. And this is still a pretty close spread, and it goes to show you how competitive the Conference USA has been this season. There are a lot of teams in the top 200 in KenPom and only a few in the top 100. And really, it's just Liberty. And, they're right now the favorites to win the conference. But this is a wide open conference. So just because a team like Sam Houston has a bad record on paper doesn't mean this is not a solid team. I think they're a lot better than their record. And I like them in this spot. I think it's a great situation to take Sam Houston. They've played in a lot of close games. They've just been on the unfortunate side of a majority of those in conference play. 3 overtime losses, couple of single-digit losses as well. They're playing with revenge, though, in this game. They have a solid home court advantage. They're a great three-point shooting team. I think they match up well in this particular ball game. I think they win the turnover battle. Give me Sam Houston in this one. I'm going to take them on the money line. Next up, we have Oregon State and Portland. This one is going to be 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN+. Now, whether it's in pro basketball, college basketball, NFL, college football, in any spread sport, really, I like backing teams when they're coming off embarrassingly bad blowout losses, and I like fading teams when they're coming off giant blowout wins at times, not every situation, but sometimes we see the market overreact to one specific performance, and I think that's the case with this game. I think Portland, you look at that final score of their last game against Santa Clara, 97-50, a 47-point beatdown by the Santa Clara Broncs, and now we see Portland getting a ton of points in this game, but this is a matchup that they played quite well in the first meeting at Oregon State, which is not easy. The Beavers have a great home court advantage. That was basically a back-and-forth offensive shootout. That was a competitive game. Portland was able to cover in that one. They lost the game outright, of course, but they made, I think, 40% of their threes and double-digit threes as well. Portland's a team. It's a great free throw shooting team. They're disciplined defensively. They've been improving on the defensive glass, and I think they match up well enough to cover the spread. I'm going to back Portland after that ugly loss against Santa Clara. Next up, it's Cal Poly and Cal State Fullerton. This one is 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN+. I think Cal Poly is playing its best basketball since the end of November when they had that upset win over Stanford. And they've got their first 3 wins now in conference play, winning 3 of their last 4. I think Cal State Fullerton is better than its record. I think they're a team and a program that's heading in the right direction, but I still don't like the matchup for them in this game. I think Cal Poly's offense just way too much for the Titans in this game. Cal Poly, a great three-point shooting team. They're a fast-paced team. Just really a bad matchup for Cal State Fullerton. And, the one thing you could point at is the Fullerton defense is quite aggressive. They force a lot of turnovers. Cal Poly has had issues taking care of the ball, but Fullerton's, I don't think they're going to be able to score a lot of points in the fast break. They're one of the worst shooting teams in all of college basketball. And the one thing that, Cal Fullerton does on the offensive side that's been productive is get to the free throw line and make those free throws at a pretty good rate. The problem is Cal Poly, even though it's quite an aggressive team and an aggressive defense, doesn't really take too many fouls. They're quite disciplined on the defensive side. So I just think this is a bad matchup all the way for Cal State Fullerton. Maybe not the best situation for Cal Poly because we might not be getting the best of the number since they've won 3 of their last 4 and Fullerton's on a losing streak. But I still think the matchup good enough and the price decent enough to take Cal Poly in this one. Next up, we have San Francisco taking on Gonzaga. This one is one of the games of the night, really. It's 11 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN. I know a lot of people have given up on backing Gonzaga against the spread this season because of their struggles, especially in the favorite role. I like them in this spot, though. I think Gonzaga wins this game. I think they match up really well. I think San Francisco's recent success, including the big win over St. Mary's last Thursday, is actually giving us a decent price with the much better team in this game. We know Gonzaga has a great home court advantage. I think when you look at their offense, one of the best two-point shooting teams in the country up against a San Francisco defense that gives up a lot of its points via 2-point field goals. San Francisco's 3-point defense, 6th best in the nation, but Gonzaga has not really relied too much on the 3-point ball this year. I think Gonzaga scores at will. I think their defense is good enough. I think this is a bad spot for San Francisco. Give me Gonzaga. I'm going to lay the points. Next up, it's UC Santa Barbara taking on UC Irvine. This one is 9:30 Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN+. Now, Irvine's coming off the blowout loss to UC San Diego. That was on Saturday, 85-67. And while I do think Irvine bounces back in this game with a win, I don't think they cover the number. I think Santa Barbara has a chance at the outright upset because this is another solid team in the conference, kind of an underrated team. They are a little bit volatile on the offensive side because they've turned the ball over quite a bit. They're not a great rebounding team in the offensive side. Don't get to the free throw line too much, but they are a great shooting team, one of the best in the conference and really in mid-major college basketball. They're number 6 in the country in three-point shooting. They score a lot of their points from three-point range, and that's an issue for UC Irvine because this is a defense that against 2-point field goals is 4th best in the country, but on the perimeter, they've given up a lot of points from three-point range. They're ranked outside the top 125 in three-point defense. I think Santa Barbara matches up really well in this game as long as it can do a little bit better job at taking care of the basketball, not turn the ball over 15 or 20 plus times in this game, and as long as the Gauchos continue to take care of the defensive glass, I think they're a very live dog here on the road. I'm going to take UC Santa Barbara plus the points. And that's it. Those are the games for Thursday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, including that Bank Shop Best Bet, my top play in college hoops, you can find that at Pick Dawgz Premium, and there is a link in the description. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.